All right, here we are on the EazyDpodcast, episode number 6. I'm happy to have none other than Central's finest wide receiver, Sergio Bubbaz Garcia. And I take it, trainer, coach, all around, good dude, always looking out for my man over here, Nigel Rabb. Also a former football player, I believe, for Southwest.
Yes,
that's all right. I knew I got my information right. You didn't think I knew that, huh? All right. Actually, I inquired a little bit today, so it's all good.
That's good.
So what's up, Bubbaz? What's going on with you, man? You looking forward to the football season, or what's up?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This next season is gonna be
It's gonna be good, huh? Yeah, man.
It's gonna be something to watch. For sure.
Yeah, bro. I was telling your dad that, man, like you coming up, in the youth league and stuff with the AYF and all that, and I was like you were amongst a handful of guys, youngsters that I picked out. That I was like, oh, man, that kid, that's one that we need to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's one kid we need to watch because I think you were going to do big things and stand out. And look at you. I was right. I told your dad. I was like, you know what? I told your dad the story. I go, man, I called that. I goes, you know what? This kid, I go, he's something else, man. You made what, varsity your freshman year?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a big deal, dude. That's a big deal. Because not everybody gets picked, man. You know what I'm saying? It's you're amongst a small handful, especially at Central. You know what I mean? Especially at Central to get picked as a freshman. Especially coming off a COVID year and all that. And speaking of which, you took a year off, right?
Yeah, I took my 8th grade year off.
8th grade year off.
Yeah.
Huh? Damn COVID, huh?
Yeah.
So what you do when you didn't play football?
I was constantly working out on my own because I couldn't get in contact with trainers because of COVID.
Right.
So I had to do workouts on my own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what was like your typical workout that you would do? Like, would you work out with any buddies or anything like that? Any teammates, or was it just on your own?
It was just on my own. I didn't want to put anybody in danger from COVID, with their family members. So I just did it on my own.
Hey man, that's responsible, man. It's responsible. How old are you?
I'm 15.
You're 15, so you're going into your sophomore year?
Yes, sir.
Wow, sophomore year, second year of varsity. And so what was your typical workout like?
Ladder drills and then footwork with running back stuff, and that was mostly it because I couldn't have a quarterback with me to throw the ball. So I would run the routes on the air. Try to get better at my digs, my cuts and stuff. That's what I was trying to get better at. But it was mostly running back stuff and running with the ball.
So what's your position that you play right now? Because you're a wide receiver, right?
Yes, sir. Okay,
and what other positions do you play?
I play defensive back, safety and cornerback.
Safety and corner. Oh, right on. So you get to experience both sides of the ball.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I've done it my whole life.
Yeah. So what was your experience coming up through the youth league? Because I know you guys went to nationals, right? Twice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What was that like?
That was amazing, man. It was a good time, Got to play football at a high level against other players that competed against, with me, at the same, either better or just the same amount of skills.
As good, yeah. It's always nice, right, to experience that and then get pushed, and be able to know, how much further you can go on your skill set and all that, Wow. So what was one of your first year that you went? Who was your coach at that time?
Gerald Robinson.
Okay. And obviously your dad.
Yeah.
Can't leave out the old man.
Our coaching staff was Gerald Robinson, my dad, Sergio Garcia.
Yeah.
His assistant coach, Nigel Rabb.
Nigel's like, you better not leave me out, man.
And we had another coach, Robert Common Leach.
Yeah.
Our offensive coordinator was Corey Van Jesse, and we had a couple other dudes dads that helped out, They knew their stuff too, they're definitely helpful out there.
I remember that team, man. There was some killers on that team, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
off the top of your head that you can remember, can you name some of your teammates?
I know for sure the Central guys. We had Jose Rodriguez, Zarin Robinson, RJ Estrada, and then we have a couple guys at Imperial right now. Should be Ollie Perez, Christopher Turin, Joel Campos. Shoot.
So all those guys went up there with you that first year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and a couple other dudes. Like Jackson Jones.
Okay, that's right, Jackson Jones. That was another kid. That was another kid that I was like, wow, man, this kid. He was a basketball player too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that was another kid that I was like, I go, man, I can't wait to see him play. But did he move or anything like that?
Yeah, he's at UMA Catholic. I think he has like 5 offers right now.
Yeah.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, he's just stacking them up.
Really? So how old is he?
He's a junior.
Yeah, he's a year older, I think.
Okay, so he's okay. So you guys were right there, right on. Okay, so he's over there. That's awesome, man. That's good that he's over there doing his thing and all that. Yeah.
For sure.
So back to Florida at Nationals. What was one of the things that you enjoyed the most? What was your experience up there?
I think just being able to play with my guys, like at a high level.
Yeah.
And just meeting great players all around.
Yeah.
It was just another awakening for me.
Yeah. Was there anybody on the other teams that stood out to you that was like, damn, that kid's good?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there were some. I don't recall their name. I don't think I ever got into it with them where I could talk to them and get their name. But there's a couple kids from Texas. There's a team from Massachusetts. There's some big boys over there.
So how many teams did you play when you guys went up there?
We played 2 teams.
2 teams.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. And as far as size-wise, how'd they match up with you guys?
They're definitely bigger than us. They definitely had a little upside to the
difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. It's weird, right? When you get out of the valley and you see those guys, it's like, man, what the hell's in the water? Where are these guys from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that trips me out. So that was your first year, and your second year, what was that like?
My second year, I was with a new group of guys because that was my first year playing with my actual age group.
Yeah.
And I stayed with.
Because you played up, right?
Yeah, I played up.
Yeah, you were always playing up. That's one thing that people don't know, that you always played up. And that in itself, that shit's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's tough to do because you're playing with older dudes, a little bit more experience, you know what I'm saying? But none of that ever deterred you from going out there and doing your thing, huh?
No, sir. It made me fight harder, give me a little more of a challenge, which gave me a mindset to work harder.
Yeah.
Even if the dude's older, bigger, or faster, it doesn't matter. Just work harder than him.
That's good, man, because you know what, and I'm not knocking anybody, you know what I mean, but nowadays that's becoming a little bit more rare. You know what I'm saying? Back in our days, you know what I'm saying? It was smash foul football. You know what I'm saying? You had to dig deep. You know what I mean? You really had to get out there and do your thing. There was nothing about, I got an owie over here. I don't feel good. Regardless, you had to get in there and do it. And for you to have that same type of mindset and not be intimidated by older guys, or even knowing the guy's faster than me, that guy's stronger than me, but that never scared you. You know what I mean? That's good, man. That's good. That means I like to say that that it's a lot of heart. And heart, you can't teach that. Either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, we'll call it how it is. You know what I'm saying? And so tell me about that second year as far as that experience was. What was, say your first game? What was one of the hardest things about the first game?
The first game, it was really hot out there. It was definitely hot.
I don't know why they do it in Florida, dude. I don't know why they do that. Anyway,
the weather is bipolar. It's humid and it rains. And it's super cold. It's it's different.
It was definitely crazy out there.
Yeah.
The first game, we weren't too much smaller than those guys, but I felt because it's a new team, because there's some dudes from the older team that stayed with us.
Yeah.
and we're ready for it already because we've been there, done that.
Yeah.
But the new guys, the younger guys, they're a little like shocked,
Yeah.
like just shell shocked, like whoa, like.
Okay. Yeah. And so your second year, I'm assuming the coaching staff changed a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Who was your coaches back on that team?
We had 2 Connor brothers coaching. They were both on the offensive side.
Yeah.
And then we had my dad and my cousin Nigel with us again.
All right.
We
second
had
year in a row. All right.
We got Ayala.
Yeah.
Coach
both
Ayalas.
Both Ayalas. And like I said, a couple dads. Like,
a couple dads.
Trejo.
Yeah. Wow. So you guys had a lot of support all the way around, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Because I remember you guys got your stuff together like quick. You guys were ready to go. I mean, like I said, you had already been there, done that, but there was other people that hadn't experienced that, And I think your mom was also part of the staff as well, right?
Yeah.
Don't leave her out, dude, because she's gonna get mad.
She was important,
and Dad's gonna pay for it.
She was definitely important.
Yeah.
She was definitely on top of her stuff and was always
handling the stuff behind the scenes. Stuff that people don't think about.
Yeah, that people don't see and all that. Now I get it. She's always been very organized, man. So big props to Mom out there.
Sure.
And your teammates, any of your teammates that stand out that you remember?
Okay, we had Ari again that year, and we had Isaac Contreras. I'm not sure if he stopped playing football, but he was definitely he definitely changed the game a little bit for us over there. We had Julian Jimenez. He's at Imperial right now. He's a linebacker.
Okay.
He could definitely, he could definitely ball.
Yeah.
A couple older dudes we had Jamari Connor.
Okay. Yeah.
He was pretty good. We had Ayala, Jaden Ayala. He's a quarterback. He's at Central right now. He could do his thing. And we had Alex Trejo.
I'm trying to remember this one kid's name. I know he ended up. I think he went to Yuma as well.
We're talking about
Jaden
Yancey.
Yancey.
He went to Gila Ridge. Yeah.
Gila Ridge. Yeah.
Yeah, he was super quick.
Yeah. See,
super quick kid.
That was another kid that I saw, and I was like,
he was on the first team.
He was on the first team. He wasn't on the second one.
No, he was on the first.
He
team.
moved up. Yeah.
Oh, that's
he
right.
Went up with.
He went up. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's another kid, man, that showed a lot of talent and everything.
That team was loaded.
Yeah, that team was loaded, man. That's both those teams.
They were like the future. They're pretty much the names you hear right now.
Yes.
So it's like interesting.
Yeah. That's why it was like awesome to watch, man.
Yeah.
Like watch you guys, and I was like, man, I go these next couple of years, that's going to be some exciting football for wherever the kids go. You know what I'm saying? So. Bubbaz, how'd you get that nickname, Bubbaz? Where'd that come from?
That nickname came from my dad's friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I was a baby, I was a little chunky.
Oh okay.
So that's where that came from. He was just like he looks like a little Bubba, a little chunky guy. So that's where it came from. And then after that, it just stuck. My dad and mom started calling me, and all of a sudden all their friends called me, and all family members. Mm-hmm. So it just stuck with me, and I just I took pride in that name. I was like Bubbaz. This was my name.
So earlier you said you also played some baseball, right? Was there any other sports that you did?
I did soccer. That was my first sport. Like I did it as a little kid.
Yeah.
I stopped doing it after a while because I fell in love with football.
Yeah.
I did soccer and baseball.
Yeah.
And I did wrestling for a little bit too.
I knew it. And when you were talking about how you'd go out and work on your on your own and all that, and in my head I was thinking, did he wrestle? I go, this sounds like a wrestler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? To go out there and and work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because I think wrestling is really important. It does something to your character. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to put in the work. For wrestling.
For sure.
There ain't no sugarcoating about it or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You don't have 10 other dudes on the field.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just
it's
you and another dude.
It's just you and another dude. So either you're gonna get him or they're gonna get you.
For sure.
And you gotta dig deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew it. I was like, this dude sounds like a wrestler to me. I nailed that. I knew it. So how long did you wrestle for?
I think I wrestled for about like 6 years. Like I think I started when I was like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. You never wanted to wrestle in high school?
Nah.
No.
I just felt like it was not needed in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I get it. I mean, one of my sons, we did like, I think it was like 4 or 5 years of sports, like back to back. Like we did wrestling, football, wrestling, basketball. He did some baseball, and we did it for like 4 years in a row, man. You know what I mean? But I knew that he was a good wrestler. Probably was never gonna be that guy, right? But he definitely had skills in that. Sure. Basketball too. He did really good in basketball. But again, we knew that probably wasn't going to be the sport that he was going to do. Yeah. Baseball, he did it for a couple years, and it was just all in preparation for the one sport he was going to do, which was football. And that kind of sounds like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You did those things for that preparation for those sports that you really wanted to do.
For sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. So what do you like more, football or baseball?
Right now, football is definitely the stuff that I fell in love with since the day I started.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. So let's turn it over to Nigel a little bit. Nigel, where did you play football?
I played football at Southwest. I started varsity entering my sophomore year, so I was a 3-year varsity starter.
Yeah.
I started on the defensive side, and then I split time my sophomore year.
Okay.
It was kind of a quiet year my sophomore year. I had a bigger year with, and the funny thing is, my junior year I was coached by Joe Connor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was funny that we rekindled that thing, and then he ended up coaching him. So it was like,
they guys coached together.
Yeah,
that's good,
it's
man.
Funny how the world works. And then also too, I guess Gerald's kind of like been around a long time, so I got trained by Gerald.
Oh yeah.
He ended up doing that. And he got trained by Joe for a little bit. So there's like a lot of things that were kind of, going on. And then my senior year I had a big year. Rushed for like 1,300 yards rushing. And then I had like 20 touchdowns. And then that earned me, I was already getting looks. I had like a couple schools that were looking at me. But due to complications with my grades, I didn't, like my head wasn't in the right place. So I ended up going Division II, went to Western New Mexico, did that. I liked football. I loved football. Yeah. Like, I never had an issue with that. I never had an issue with lifting weights. Never had an issue with playing, showing up to practice and things like that. But, I ended up coming back. Yeah. And now I'm here.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, hey, you know what? You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Yeah. Sometimes, it's life. You know what I'm saying? It's life, and, you choose, you take the path on, the cards that's dealt to you, know what I mean? And you make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But, that's awesome that you experienced that, because now you can pass that on to your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And give them some insight, on what it takes to play at that next level.
What's over the hill.
Yeah, what's over the hill. So that's good, man. That's good. So with that said, you got a good advantage right there. You know what I mean? Because you got somebody right here that can really help you out. That's been there, and of course you got other people around you as well. But you have somebody right there, and that's a big plus, man. Because I think more than anything, it's like the support. You gotta have that support, around you, to get you where you want to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's what it looks like to me. That you got that support, and that's huge, man. That's huge. What was it like getting coached by your dad?
People probably think that was easier for me, but that was definitely the toughest person.
You know what? You're not the only one that thinks that, man. You're not the only one. You know what I mean?
It's rough.
And you know what? And your dad could say the same thing. I could say the same thing. That's why, I do get involved with my kids, but like on a direct coaching type thing, for sure. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you disagree on certain things, whatever. Sometimes it's better like, all right, I'm going to step to the side, let that guy do the coaching.
Yeah, for sure. No, because, he on the field, he would be like, I'm not dad, I'm coach. You know? Like, it was where he had to make like a point where it was like, this is not like, it's not family time. This is you're here to play. You're a player, not my son right now. Like, you know, obviously I'm son, but like he was making a point where he's not gonna like daddy ball me or baby me.
Did you ever have like a hard time kind of, you know, distinguishing the two? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, oh man, I'm gonna get mad at him, but he's my dad, or you know.
No, cause he always made sense to me. Like, you know, I knew he knew the game of football. Yeah. So when he was teaching me, like, you know, but there are some times where we'll be in confrontations. And I'll try to give him something to do, and he'll be like, no, we're not going to do that. Like, we're doing what I want to do.
And that's normal, man. Yeah. That's all around. Dads and sons have been experiencing that forever. So you know, it's nothing new, you know. Sure. So us as dads, you know, we have to learn how to deal with that, you know what I mean, and how to, you know, take a step back and kind of be open-minded, but at the same time, you as a son player go like, all right, where's dad coming from? You know, where's coach coming from? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but so what was one of your biggest influences? You know, whether it be in sports or you know, just all around, like, what, you know, what did you look up to? Who'd you look up to?
People I looked up to, like, would be like obviously my dad, you know, because he showed me how to be a man. Like, you know, he showed me what like a man does, how he works, you know.
Right.
But sports wise, I always looked up to like you know, high school football players I could watch, and obviously, you know, people in the league, you know. But the high schoolers I would look up to would be like Tadeo Campbell, Joey Taringo, Marcus Moore,
all good dudes, man.
Joey Ramos, you know, Michael Sullivan, all the dudes that I could see play a passing style, like, you know, offense. I was like, yeah, like that's a dude he could play. Like, I know he could play. Yeah. And my biggest one, because he was my first one to ever see, was my uncle, you know, Nigel Rabb. Yeah. I seen him play. And I was like, you know, I just started falling in love. I kept watching him. I was like, damn, like, you know, I love this. Like, I love watching him play. He could ball.
Wow. Nah, that's so cool, man. I love that story. I love to hear stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like on the baseball side, what's one of your favorite memories that you've had?
My favorite memories I had on the baseball side would probably be playing in the Junior Olympics and playing in San Diego for All-Stars.
You played in the Junior Olympics?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And what grade were you in when you did that?
I was in the 14. I was 14U.
14U. So that wasn't that long ago.
No, it was like a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
I played for both teams. I played for 14U and 15U.
So you played up again?
Yeah. I played up, you know.
Wow. I didn't know that. Maybe your dad mentioned it. I just don't remember. I'm old. No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
Junior Olympics. And how'd that go for you?
That was a fun time for me. You know, I got to meet some new players because, you know, they're from out of town. Yeah. And I never played with the older group until I got there. But, you know, we got to meet them, you know, make friends. And I had fun out there, you know.
Wow. And I take it for something at that level, like, I would assume that you got, like, college scouts and stuff out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Did any looks on that end? Because I know the competition still is very high, you know, at that level, you know.
I think I was getting looked, but like there weren't like big schools, you know. There were like some D2 schools, but I got in contact with some like a NSCA or something like that, or NCSA. Yeah. And that's like a recruiting like app that you use, and, you know, they see me and they're like, you know, like you could use this app, like, you know, it could help you a lot.
Right. Yeah, I think we were gonna use them at one point in time, but when it came down to, you know, because nothing's free in this world. Yeah. Okay, that's, you know, first and foremost, and they did a good pitch to us and everything to help, you know, for you know, football recruiting, but once it came down to like a money deal, I was like, okay, I know what this is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, you know what, I appreciate it and everything, but you know what, we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
we did the same. I was like,
yeah.
It was like a cool little like shortcut, but I was like, I don't really need this thing to help me out, you know. But it's a great thing to use, It definitely helps a little bit.
Yeah. So you went to Central, right? Like your dad, right?
Yeah. Ever since,
Yeah.
He took me to a game. I was like, yeah, this
so,
is. This
so
is
did
cool.
you always know you were going to go to Central?
Yeah. Like I said, ever since he took me to the game, the crowd, just the band, just watching everything go.
The band. Yeah,
I was like,
you can't compare the band.
This is, like I was like, this is what I want to be around.
It's an experience, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, what was your freshman year what was that experience for you? Stepping on the field, when you went on, did you feel like you were gonna be picked for varsity, or did you feel I'm gonna be a freshman just like everybody else?
My mindset has always been sky's the limit, I was always like, watching, like, because obviously other players have done it before me, like the players on my team, they've done it, and I was like, like, why can't I, so in my mindset, I just gotta work hard and let everything fall into pieces, and it did, and Coach seen I had the skills and talent. He just his only problem is if I could get the plays down. That's it, So he gave me opportunities to do it, and I took them. And
was it hard picking up the plays?
No, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
I meet coaches and I'll play like on their team and like I'll just get the plays easily. He was kind of surprised too because I remember like it was like 2 weeks into practice or like one week with pads on and he was like telling me the plays because he would help me out, obviously, because if I didn't know the play I would screw up the whole offense. So he would help me out and he'll be like, you know the play? And I'll be like, yeah, I know, coach. He'll be like, really? I'll be like, yeah, I got it. And he was kind of shocked because I learned the play so quick. But so I got that down and he gave me a chance to play,
Yeah, it's important to have a good, a good mind, especially for a football IQ. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, people used to think that, that guy's just a dumb jock. He's a dumb football player. No, man, you really got to know your stuff. You got to be a thinking man. Know how to assess things. How to put things together in the memory and all that. Like, it's important, man. I mean,
especially nowadays.
Especially nowadays,
it's evolving. It's getting more and more technical.
The game has evolved, and I've noticed that, like, you can't be no dummy out there. You got to be smart. You got to have a good head on your shoulders and everything. And it's changed quite a bit. It's like you said, it's evolved. You know what I mean?
When I was playing, I think everybody was just using pro systems. Now it's like the spread, and it's a mixture of pro concepts with so it's crazy.
It's different, right?
It's crazy.
It's definitely evolved out there. It's getting very technical. And like you said, like people thought like it was like that, and even I thought it was like that because I would always run the ball. I was like, okay, it's all just whatever you could do with your eyes and footwork, and that's what I thought it was about. And then I started getting like into passing, and I was like, "This is a whole new game." It's not as easy as I thought it was.
And for you, how difficult was it to be maintaining your grades while you're playing football or baseball, whatever? Like, because I mean, obviously you're not maintaining your grades. You know what I mean? You can't play.
Sure.
So how was that for you to balance that out?
It was kind of. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like scared in the 8th grade year. I didn't have the best grades, I don't think I was supposed to pass and go to high school. I think they wanted to help me back, but my dad, he was like, like he's struggling because of online, and I just had to prove my dad right, and once I got to high school, I was like, I had a mindset 4.0, like that's the goal. And since like I don't think it's as hard as people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just have the right mindset.
Yeah.
And I did, and you know, I had a 3.5 the first semester, and I had a 3.2 the second one.
Wow, good job, man. That's good, man. So you said something right now. You had to do classes online.
Yeah, for the
8th grade year, right?
COVID year.
Because of COVID and all that. See, some people don't know, man. Sometimes doing it online is harder. Like for me, like I'll just use myself as an example. Like, you know, when I was getting my licensing for the job that I do, I had to do, you know, like I want to be in class. I didn't want to work on a computer. You know, computers are not my thing. And, you know, doing it online, I was like, man, you know, this is a little tough. You know what I mean? I think it's harder to do it online as opposed to being in a in-class setting where you can actually ask questions direct and all that, and you get that interaction. You know, and for you to do it online, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, for sure. What I mean, because I'm very shy, you know, and
I could tell
it was hard for me because I had transferred to a new school.
Yeah.
Because I moved to El Centro from Imperial.
Yeah.
So I went to a new school. I didn't know nobody. So it was hard for me to
make ask
questions and to get relationships with people. And I was like,
yeah.
I don't know if I could do this.
Well, you know, I'm sure they knew who you were. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, coming up through the youth league, you know what I mean, you had to play dudes from El Centro and from throughout the valley. So trust me, that I'm sure they knew who you were.
I mean, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but I wasn't sure, so I never wanted to talk to people. I was like, I don't want to be weird and be asking questions to people.
Wow. So you had an awesome freshman football year, right?
Okay. I had a pretty good year. Definitely shocking the people around me. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect that. Mm-hmm. And you know, I just went out there, kept my head down, and kept moving forward. You know. Yeah. And like in high school, what was like for you? What was one of your biggest accomplishments that you did in high school? My biggest accomplishment was being high in rankings in my class.
Yeah.
For varsity.
Yeah, you had some pretty good stats.
I don't know if my whole stats were there, but I definitely, like, you know, again, like, my stats were okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not the ones I wanted.
Yeah.
Because you always get better. But definitely getting like awarded and getting known as the best freshman in San Diego district, and being like top 15, top 10 in the nation for freshmen.
Yeah.
Being the best receiver in the IBL.
Yeah. No, you definitely stood out, man. You really stood out to me, especially in some of your games where I thought that the ball wasn't going to be catchable, and somehow you would, you know, just pull it out of the air, dude. You know, and that was impressive. Like, I mainly watched the games on the online, right, on TV and stuff. You know, and I was like, man, you know, this kid, like, he's doing it, man. He's doing his thing, you know, and I was happy, you know what I'm saying? I would talk to my son, to Joey, I go, hey, check it out, you know, and so we'd sit here and we'd watch you, you know, and I would always talk to my son about you. I go, this kid, I go, you got to watch this kid. He's gonna be a standout. And sure enough, man, you know, you were out there doing it, you know, and you know, he even like was like, damn, he can catch, huh? I go, hell yeah, he can catch. He's always been that way, you know. And he was like, damn, you know. He's like, why did he come over here? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, but I was like, you know what? It's a tradition. You know, his dad went there, you know, get him over there.
He definitely did that. Inspired me to go to Central for sure.
Yeah.
You know, he's always talked about it, and I was like, you know, I want to be like him. You know, he was my influencer. He was my mentor. Like, I always looked up to him, so I was like, I want to be like him and go to Central. You know.
Can't beat the band too. Band's nice.
Band's nice. Dude, I mean, that's hands down. That's the best band around, dude. Yeah. That's, you know, It's not the same though when you watch it online. When I was watching, I was like, shit. Yeah, I wish I was there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, and that's one thing that everybody talks about. It's like, I want to go to Central because of the band. Yeah, that should be the recruiting tool right there, man. Just to get guys to go over there is that band, have the band put on the show. You know what I mean? Every time.
Their fan base is definitely crazy. Yeah. It's definitely a family out there. You know,
so
generations.
In the off season, you did some 7-on-7.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that like?
That was crazy for me. You know, I was with new people. I got Marcus Moore. He played for a team out of Oceanside.
And you guys weren't on the same team?
No, he's older than me. You know, he's an older cat, and he hooked me up. He was like, "Yo, you should definitely go out there and try out."
Yeah. And
I did, and the coach knew me, and he was very impressed. And
what was that league called?
That was Fast Camp Athletics. It was a team out of Oceanside.
Okay.
And then there's another team out of like Palm Desert area.
Okay.
Called the Desert Diablos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played with them too that year.
In the same year, you played with both of them?
Yeah, I played with both.
Yeah, how'd you manage that?
Fast Camp, we had it as the top priority because, you know, it was a bigger thing, and that team was they're ballers and all around.
Yeah.
So we stuck with them, but we just did Diablos to get some extra work, and because I had friends on that team too, and they invited me, so we did with them too. Yeah,
because one day I was talking to your dad, and your dad told me that you were, I don't know where, somewhere back east or something like that. You know,
I think I was in Texas.
7-on-7. Woodland, something like that. Woodland. Yeah, Woodland, Texas.
Yeah,
that was definitely crazy.
What was that like?
Well, we visited a school. We visited Texas A&M. That was very exciting for me. You know, got to meet some college coaches.
Yeah.
Got to see the field. You know.
Yeah.
And it was definitely a crazy experience for me.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel when you saw, you know?
I definitely felt like that was where I belong. Like, you know, I could definitely play ball in college.
Yeah. League. Yeah. No, for sure. I got no doubt.
And
what school was this?
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that some school that you kind of narrowed it to, like say if it was your top 3 schools, what would be your top 3 schools?
I have them written down. I gotta look at this. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know Bama is number 1 just because I think we'll get into that later, right?
Yeah.
At the tour, probably.
Yeah.
I had a great experience at Bama. But my top 3 schools were Alabama, USC, and University of Arizona. Those are my top 3. I have 10, but I don't have Texas A&M on there. I probably should have them on there, to be honest, because they definitely have a good wide receiving core and coaches out there.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely look into putting them up in my list.
Wow. So we talked about a tournament. You mentioned a tournament in Texas.
Yes, that's the main reason I went out there. You know, Texas A&M was just a fun visit. You know, but
How long was the tournament for?
I want to say it was 3 days.
A 3-day tournament.
Yeah, we had pools, and then next day was like I think it was another pool day.
Mm-hmm. What's pool day?
Pool days are like just games to play to get your ranking. So,
really?
Yeah, that's what that was. And we played 5 games of pool day, and we won.
You have tournament.
Yeah.
So it's like pool play. You put like 3 teams in a pool. They all play each other.
It's like,
and then you have another day and you pool again.
Okay.
And then they determine, you know,
where you're at,
and then you get into playoffs. That's what it is. Yeah. And I think we won every game. Pool plays. I think it was very easy for us. We weren't shocked by anything, and I think we won every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the next day was the playoff day.
Mm-hmm.
That day was a little scary at the first and beginning. we almost lost to a team that we literally beat the day before, and it was like scared, like it scared us. We're like, dude.
Why do you think it was so close this time?
I think they were more prepared. They came more prepared from yesterday.
Yeah.
And
they did the adjustments and all that.
And we should have changed some things up, but we didn't. We we had it together.
Right.
Luckily, our athletes got the best of them, and we ended up pulling off the win.
Wow.
And then the second game, it was another close game. I think that first game, I think I had the game-winning pick.
Really?
Yeah, we just...
Did somebody record it?
I have it on video. I'll definitely send that to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I'd
love to see it.
And what happened was there was a few seconds left.
Yeah.
And I want to say 23. And my coach just decided to throw a deep ball to one of our teammates.
Yeah.
And we're losing. And that gave us the lead by a point. And then they got the ball back. They started leading down the field. And then I think they threw one pass for a first down. And then the next pass was they tried to throw it up the middle. And I was playing safety in the hole.
Yeah.
And I was just in the right place at the right time.
And you picked it off?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those are the best ones, right? That best feeling when you pick it off and you're like, that's it. You guys are done.
For sure. And then, that's what happened the first game. The next game, we played another team that we played in pool play.
Wow.
I think we did pretty good against that team. They came prepared, but it was they were worrying about too much, there wasn't. They were coming at a dude with 2 dudes, and it was there was no reason to,
Yeah.
The dude I'm talking about is Jay Snicks. He's another
certified baller.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, legit, huh?
For sure. He's definitely be a guy to watch this year. He'll be a
County
kid.
Nice.
I think he goes to San Marcos.
Oh,
he's definitely got to watch.
All right.
And he's definitely an X factor in the game, but he was covered 2 dudes. There was no reason to, It's basically they're playing man and leaving,
Yeah.
Basically, they said whatever about the other players, and we just care about this player, which just led us to running down the field and winning the game.
Nice.
But I understand that kid just he's a baller.
Yeah.
He could definitely play.
Wow. So I mentioned also about college tours.
Yeah.
How many colleges have you visited so far?
Shoot, I think they're all right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I didn't visit this school, but we went there when we were up there. Went to Tennessee.
Okay.
Check it out. We got to see the field. They're doing renovations and putting in new turf and stuff.
Yeah.
I got some gear from there.
Oh, nice.
We went to Georgia Tech on the last day. It was definitely a fun day. I got some work in, got some reps.
Yeah.
Day 1, we went to. I think we went to South Carolina. Or wait, no,
Georgia State.
We went to Georgia State. My bad.
How long was your tour that you were doing?
It was for a week.
For 1 week?
Yeah.
So each day how many schools would you visit in a day? Just one?
One.
Just one, right?
I'll go through in the order. So first day we went to Georgia State.
Yeah.
That was a good day, but they had us working with our class.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard because the coaches obviously they don't worry about the younger kids yet.
Right.
So they're worrying more about the older kids. But luckily I got the chance to show out in front of a player and a coach, and they're like, yeah, you need to go with the older group. So
you belong here, go over there.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you're just I want to see with the older group, see what you can do there.
Yeah.
So I got the show out right there, and I had it pretty good. There's a bunch of other coaches there, and I got their contact information, and I definitely got a lot of eyes on me and a lot of reps at Georgia State. Next day, we went to South Carolina. We went to the Gamecocks.
Uh-huh.
That day was That was a hard day.
What was hard about it?
It was hot.
Oh, okay.
It was very hot, and there's some dudes out there that they could ball.
Yeah.
They could ball. There's a dude from Florida. He was definitely a dude that could ball. I was watching him, and that day it was fun. I didn't get as much looks. Again, I was with the younger group.
Right.
And I just think there's too much talent with the older group, and they're like, just stay here and get your reps. We'll have people watching you still. I did my thing. I was still, playing ball, doing my thing.
Yeah.
That day, it was a fun day too.
Yeah.
The next day. Next camp was Liberty. That day, I was excited because we went and visited their camp, the campus. They got a very nice campus,
Yeah.
I already liked that school. Like right when I got there, I was like, yeah, this is a school I would go to. They're a Christian school.
Okay.
And so it was cool being there. That day, I definitely got to show out in front of the wide receiver coach. At the end of it, I talked to the wide receiver coach, and he was like, "Stay after," And I got a private lesson.
Yeah.
And work out with the wide receiver coach and the quarterback coach.
Wow.
It was a bunch of dudes that they handpicked.
Yeah.
And I got his contact information.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Got to talk to him, have good conversations.
Yeah.
Get a little relationship with him, and it was a very good day that day. The next day, I want to say we went to Bama, and that was a long drive.
So all this time you're driving to all these places,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, we were driving a van, and I wasn't on my own, but I have
Yeah.
now it was just me and a couple players and the coaches, and so first we went to Georgia, to South Carolina, to Virginia, to Tennessee, and to Alabama, which is because we had to go to Tennessee to go to Alabama, so we stopped there for a little bit, and that ride was a crazy ride because on the south side they got some different weather. I think there's a flood. I want to say there was.
I think this was the route, so you can take a look.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a whole circle.
Oh wow!
And
wow, that's a stroll, man.
Yeah, that day was that was not the funnest day, but I actually got a good time, hanging out with my friends in the car.
So what was it like? So you were gone for about a week, right?
Yeah.
What was it like being away from home?
It was, obviously it was different, but I think I held my own. I had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a more like a maturing thing for me. I got to live on my own and care for myself and have someone to hold my hand and stuff.
That's good. So how do you think you would feel like, say you go to school, you end up on the East Coast instead of the West Coast? How would you feel about that?
I think I'll feel fine. I feel like you don't like that, but
I feel his pain, bro.
Yeah,
I feel his pain.
For sure.
I mean, Joey's going to school not just a few hours away, and yeah, it shook me up. So if you did go somewhere far, I definitely know what your parents are gonna feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely I could definitely feel their pain. I was definitely having a hard time too, but I knew this was for me to get.
But don't get me wrong though. Don't take what I said as a negative. No, because
sure.
you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
To go do your thing, and your parents, and your cousin, everybody's gonna support you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know and this is what you want to do.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? And like you just said, you kind of got a taste of having to mature and be what know what it's like to be on your own a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So don't keep that your parents and whoever from making that step and making that decision, because at the end of the day, us as parents, man, we're gonna get used to that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure. But,
I mean, yeah, we're gonna worry and all that stuff. You know, that just comes with the territory. That's what we signed up for.
Yeah, for sure.
But don't, you know, your dad's probably gonna be like, why you tell him that? No, don't let none of that hold you back, man.
Yeah,
you go out there. He's gonna be like, Dad, I'm gonna choke you after
I was definitely having a hard time too. You know, I was emotional. I was like, you know, I missed them. You know.
Yeah.
But it's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And those like that week was definitely a crazy week because that Liberty Day was definitely something else. And then the next day of just driving, like it was rough. And I was just like, the next day was Alabama, you know.
Wow.
Everybody knows that school, like that's that one. And I was like this is where everything, like.
You think that was your favorite camp?
Alabama?
Yeah.
The quarterbacks, they didn't really like it. I was the youngest. It was me and like 6 other people, which were like 5 quarterbacks and a linebacker. So, you know, and we're handpicked from a coach out of Oceanside for Carlsbad.
And this was part of the fast camp?
No.
No.
This is part of left coast
but
athletic.
Where you guys got picked from? You guys got picked from out of that,
no,
or
you got picked from
how they pick you guys?
I got picked from the Super 7 workout,
which kind of seeps into fast camp because he made a connection with Quinn Roth.
Everything trickled down. Everything that happened for a reason. Like I got with fast camp, and that's where I met my quarterback, which was Quinn Roth. He's an 8th grader, and he was playing with us, and he was that kid's definitely
He's good, man.
That 8th grade.
That kid. He's gonna be something.
He's gonna be
like
playing
a big 8th grade
at San Diego.
Yeah. He was playing 8th grade.
And what's his name again?
Quinn Roth. Quinn.
He's gonna play for La Costa Canyon.
That
really?
Kid, yeah.
Quinn
that
Roth.
Kid he's something else.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'1".
He's like my height.
Okay.
Like my height.
But he was playing with us in 15U, and not only that.
8th grade. Wow.
Because me and some of the other guys on the team, on the 15U team, we would go up to the high school level, and we'll play like, you know, up to 18 years old, and he would be one of the dudes, and he would play with us, and I was like, and he was doing his thing still, and I was like, this dude's an 8th grader, he's still doing it.
So when you guys went up there, you know, you guys were on the younger side, and when they make you guys, you know, play with these older dudes, was there like, you know, because, you know, when you're an older guy, you know, you don't want to get showed up by a younger dude, especially a freshman or an 8th grader.
Yeah, for sure.
So was there any type of, like, you know, playing a little rough, more on the rough side, trying to, you know, keep you guys down? And if so, if that was how'd you guys handle that?
I don't think they did, because I'm pretty sure they didn't know our age. But obviously we look smaller, so they're like, you know, I'm not gonna let this dude who's smaller than me, not that the age was like the thing, but it was like, this dude's small, like, why would I can't let him like do me wrong. You know? And that was probably like a big thing where they'll try to get aggressive. Yeah. But it's not all about, like, you know, strength or stuff like that. So
it's about the skill.
That didn't matter when they did that.
You know? Okay. All right.
But so yeah, how I met Quinn was from fast camp, and I created a good relationship with him. You know, we're very good buddies, and
that's good, man.
He invited me to be his wide receiver at a quarterback camp, and that's where his coach, his like trainer, it's his thing, and
shout out Jose.
Yeah, Jose. Yeah. He's the one that you know, he took me up there and did all that tour thing, and he gave me the opportunity to do that. And what it was Super 7 is a quarterback camp or like workout thing for quarterbacks, and I was chosen by Quinn, and I went out there, and Jose was like, "Yo, this kid, like, I want to invite him. Like, I want to give him the opportunity to be in front of coaches." And that's what I did.
That's good, man. That's good, and that always helps. There's nothing wrong with that. speaking up for another person that's, they see the potential. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you need that little push.
Yeah, you need a little bit of help, because down the road you might make a contact or something, and you could, hey, you know what? Check out this quarterback. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think, honestly, we need more of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More networking, more support amongst each other, rather than trying to keep each other down. You know what I'm saying? That shit doesn't fly.
That's the thing that that's the thing that me and Nigel have discussed before, and I was just like, I want to change that.
Yeah.
Like down here, because it happens down here a lot, where people will be like, oh, I don't want him to be better than me, so I'm not gonna give him as much clout as I should.
Right.
But up in San Diego, it's
no one cares about that.
No one cares, it's different, right?
They don't care. It's like, oh, you're good. You want to play for us? Oh, I have a friend that. Oh, you want to play for him too?
Like they're all for each other, and that's why a lot of dudes out there get out.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to change that, and it looks like it's working. It's becoming a better relationship with everybody around the valley.
You know what, dude? Talking with you right now and everything, I can see you do have a lot of maturity for being a young guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, having that type of mentality and everything, that says a lot, dude. And I think coaches, and recruiters they're gonna look at that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at that. It's like, damn, this guy's he's young, but he's mature. Like, you know what? He might be a good fit over here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And with this podcast, I'm just starting out, but whatever I can do to help, young athletes here in the valley, I want to be able to give them a platform, come and talk, and put a face with the name. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, they know a number, they know a name, but they never hear you speak. They never hear the athlete talk, and and find out what's what they're what's going on in their head, and what are their thoughts, what are their feelings.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I can help to expose that and give to bring that out, man, I'm all for it. Because it's not just about Central, Imperial, or anything like that. It's whoever, the whole Imperial Valley, whatever I can do. What I'm saying, that was one of the reasons I started this, because I like sports, I like combat sports, I like talking to people and everything, and I do want to help, whatever I can do, because I've been asked a question, why did you start this podcast? I go, well, I just want to, just have conversation. You know what I'm saying? I like to get background. I like history and stuff like that. And I like to hear people's stories. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear people's stories, and you being a young guy, your story is just starting, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your story is just starting out. But one thing I did want to talk to you about, last year, the Bell game. What was that like for you?
The Bell game was definitely the craziest game of the year.
Yeah. What was your guys' record going into that?
I don't even know. I want to say it was 7 something. It was definitely deeper in the season, but
because you guys played the team out of Texas again.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys beat them, right?
Yeah, they might have been on a winning streak. I'm not sure.
I'm almost thinking you guys were on a winning streak. I think
it was Imperial, Calexico, Southwest. Well, Southwest, Imperial, Calexico, and then Del Valle. So they were probably a 4-game. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was.
So tell me about the Bell game.
Exciting. It was definitely a different game. It was not the same game,
Yeah.
You feel the same, same noise, same crowd. It was not the same.
Yeah.
It was definitely...
It's way more intense, especially because the stands are so close.
Yeah.
That's what I love about
Central's the way the setup is.
Yeah.
For sure, and it was a different game.
Yeah.
And my teammates would always come up to me and would be like, are you nervous? And I'll be like,
yeah.
No, I'd be like, and our quarterback, he was like, it was his first game playing with Central, and he was like, bro, are you nervous? And I was like, no, bro. Like, I'm like, no, like, this is I belong here. Like, I'm not here for a reason. You know?
They're in my house.
And he was like, dang, bro, I'm kind of nervous. And I was like, okay. But that Brawley game, he asked me, and I was like, you know, I'm not nervous. You know, it's the same. Because I looked at it and I was like, you know, it is the Bell game. Obviously, it's a big game, but when I looked at it, I was like, it's just another game. It's not just. I knew it has a name. Obviously, it's very important. But but again, I was like, this is just another game in the books. I have.
I mean, it is the biggest game in the Valley. That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the Super Bowl. You know, hell, you
100 something years it's been going.
It's
a long time.
It's like 89.
Yeah, and if you don't get your tickets early, you ain't getting in.
That's
why I was sitting on the couch watching the game.
Sure. I remember as a kid, I was always telling my dad and be like, I want to go to the Bell game. I want to go to the Bell game. And he would be struggling to get in, but you know, definitely we had connects, and I got to see and watch, like, you know, the Bell game. That game. I was definitely on a roll. I wanted the ball, you know. That's as a kid, you know, if you growing up in El Centro or anywhere, you know, because obviously it's a big game, it's a big crowd.
Culturally,
in Imperial Valley, like, you just that's a game you want to be in, you know. So when I got the chance to step on that field, I was like, this is what I wanted, like, ever since I was a kid. And that was a dream of mine, you know, to play in a Bell game. And I was like, you know, like I'm gonna do my thing, because this is what I wanted as a kid. I'm gonna make that kid proud. That's what I was looking at. You know? And I don't really talk about this, like, you know, but when I play this game, like, obviously I play for myself, I play for a family, I play for, like, you know, a bunch of other stuff, like trainers and stuff. But most importantly, I love playing this game to inspire, like, other, like, little dudes, little ballers to play, and you know, keep your head up and be like, I could do this too, like, you know, just inspire them to want to be like me or like other players and make it to the league. That's my big, like, important thing in this game.
So during the game, I know there was this is something that I wanted to clear up. There was an incident that had happened at the game. You know, I mean, obviously you got. I mean, it's an intense game, man. It's the Imperial Valley Super Bowl, basically, right?
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, young guys, you know, they got the blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? You got the, you know, testosterone going, everything. You know what I mean? You're out there, you're battling with your brothers, basically. You know what I'm saying?
It's for your pride too.
It's for your pride. It's for your city. It's for your school. And like you said, you know, you're playing for yourself, your family, your coaches, and all those parents that come out, you know, to support you guys, and on both ends. You know what I'm saying? And stuff happens. And I know there was something happened. I don't know if it was, you know, it was after the bell, right? I think they blew the whistle or something like that. And, you know, some extracurricular activity. You know what I'm saying? And I remember there was an ejection. And when I was watching the game, I was like, you know, what's going on? You know, and from the one angle, you couldn't see what exactly had transpired. You know what I mean? And when they had called your number, I was like, what? You know, I was like, nah, there's no way. Like, this isn't him. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I never talked to you that much, but, like, I know your parents and everything, and I know you're not that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they said it, I was like, oh man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I go, well, you know, maybe the emotions took over or whatever. Well, come to find out later, you had nothing to do with that, with the whole thing that happened. You were actually trying to get your guy back over to the sideline. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you know, they kind of took it out on you, you know, with the ejection. You know, so that's something I want to clear up. So tell me what happened.
Well, first I want to say, like, you know, like, I'm pretty sure you know how I react to things like that, because that has happened to me before, where I had an incident where somebody is like, or something is happening where things could get down and it could get crazy.
Right.
And because in San Diego, we played another team and
thing
happened.
Yeah, I remember that. And, but again, that wasn't something that was on your part because you know what I'm saying. Sure. I was there at that game and everything. But let's talk about the Central deal.
For sure. All right. That game, at that moment, what happened was my teammate was watching, like he was playing linebacker, and he was watching inside for anything like a run to come his way. Right. And he got blocked. And they ran up the middle, and my teammate was getting blocked, and he got blocked to the ground, but it was after the whistle. Right. And the kid was on top of him, and he was like, grabbing his mask, like his face mask, and he was like slamming his helmet and talking like crap to him. And I was just like, I didn't want my teammate to act out and do something.
Yeah, you didn't want it to escalate.
Yeah, but again, before that, I was more like protecting him, like because you don't do that on the football field. You don't grab someone's face, like nothing to the other player. Like obviously, it's an emotional game, but I was just trying to get him out of there, and I didn't know the rules about this, but I guess if you're on the sideline and if you run on the field, it's automatic ejection. Right. But obviously, I didn't mean no harm.
No, of course not.
I was just trying to get my player, get him safe.
Because the angle that I finally got to see, you were like nowhere near that other player. You went to your guy. Yeah. You tried to pull him to the side, and you were actually already walking to the sideline with him.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that's when the ref came up behind, looked over, and then that's when he did the signal that you're out. I'm like, once I saw that angle, I was like, I knew it. I knew he wasn't part of that whole confrontation. What I mean? Yeah. You're basically looking out for your guy, being a team leader. That's how I saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's basically how it was. I was just looking out for my player, and I was just like, I never meant no harm to the other player or the team. Right. And things just happened, and I'm not going to show my emotions on the field. I used to do that, and I noticed it doesn't look as good as I think it does. Right. Obviously, with my heart and my love in the game, I'll show that. But anything that's negative, I'll never show on the field, especially in front of like kids and stuff, and in the stands that are looking up to me. I'll never do that. Yeah. But
and I could tell, Bubbaz, that you're being sincere. You know what I mean? Because this whole time we're talking right now, what you're telling me, you're looking at me face to face to my eyes, so I could tell there's no BS in what you're telling me, and that says a lot, man. And having that attitude, that good attitude like that says a lot.
I mean? And what happened was there's not another incident, but what was going on was like the crowd was getting loud, and it was like booing, and I was just like, it looked like I'm going like this, but I'm really like going like this. I'm calm down. Calm down. It's not like don't do this. Like I don't want to see this from us. I was like, we're not Central. It's not like that, I love them. I love the fans. They're family to me. Yeah. But I was like, calm down. But when they let me in the game, when they're gonna let me back in, I was like, okay, now you get hyped, Yeah. And but so they were gonna let me back in, but I guess the volley coach, he was like, the rules and stuff, you can't do it. And I was just like, all right, the ref that threw me out was JJ, and he was gonna let me back in, but then he was like, I can't.
Yeah, the other coach, he contested it and everything, and I get it, man. You know what? Let's be honest. I mean, if I was on the other side, and I'm the head coach and I'm trying to win the biggest game of the year, I got to look out for my team. So, I mean, let's be honest. What I'm saying? Let's be honest. We're going to do what we can, within the rules for our guys. You know what I'm saying? So that, it's like, hey, man, you did what you did. You did what you needed to do for your team. And hey, you know what? That's cool. Whatever. You know what I mean? That's fine.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
The thing I never got to do was tell JJ that I understood, his call, he had to do it, it's a call that you just, if it's done, you gotta make it. And I totally forgive him. I forgive him. I don't care.
Yeah, JJ's a good, he's a good guy. He's a good dude.
Sure.
Yeah,
and I just want to tell him that I'm not going crazy over the game.
Right.
Like he's doing his job, and he's a great ref.
Yeah.
And I just want to clear it up with him because he's definitely a great ref and does his job well. Yeah,
no, yeah, and man, doing those games, man, I know it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know it's not easy. You got your eyes can't be everywhere at all times. You're gonna get some right. You're gonna get some wrong.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a tough job. Trust me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do some refereeing, but in MMA and boxing and stuff, and it's not. It's not an easy job, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's like, you don't see everything, you know what I mean? You don't see everything, and it's tough.
But
But JJ's a good dude.
He is a good dude, and I want to apologize to him too for putting him in the situation of that, because that's definitely a messed up situation that you're saying, because definitely the game is definitely how big it was. It's definitely a terrible situation to be in.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize to him.
No, and I'm sure he's gonna see this. Yeah, I'm sure he'll see it. We'll share it and everything. And JJ, if you see this, hey man, my man, he apologized. He owned up to it. He didn't mean nothing. There's a good young man right here, JJ. But you know what? I can't wait for the next game, for the rematch. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Yeah, it is gonna be huge.
Bigger stakes this year too, because they're in the same division.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. They're in the same division this year. Yep.
Wow, so it's almost like, hey, loser goes home. Depending on how the record is, you know what I mean? Like it's
and I think they have a tough schedule. They put Scripps Ranch in their regular season.
Yeah,
and they just won state championship. So I don't know how that's,
Now, Brawley's always been tough, man. They've always had a good program
consistently,
over there. Yeah, consistently, exactly, and they're no joke, And I knew going into that game, I was like, man, I don't know, man. Obviously I was, a fan of yours and everything. I went to Central, but I was just like, man, what's going to happen? I mean, it's
It was definitely a crazy game.
Yeah, and sometimes when it's a game like that, records don't even matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
You throw the records out the window. So. This is something bigger than who has the better record. You're playing for bragging rights.
Yeah,
in the Valley. You know what I mean? They could have had a losing season, but if you win that one game, that's all that matters at the end. You know what I mean? And I kind of did feel, not because you're here, your dad, Nigel, or anything. I did feel that when that did happen, there was a change in the way the game, the dynamic of the game did change without having you there, And again, I'm not saying because you're here, but I did notice it, and I was like, damn.
Just the momentum shift.
There was that shift.
Because it was before the game, if you got there, the student section was going at it, Brawley and Central just going at it, and I was like, this is gonna be all night, it's gonna be like this all day.
I wonder what the attendance was that day.
It was a couple thousand probably.
No, for sure more than that. More than that, because
there's people standing.
Yeah.
You couldn't even walk through people to get to the snack bar and stuff. I was looking at it.
Because when I was a freshman, that's when Gerald was playing, Gene Martin was playing, Ronnie Castillo was there's so many dudes, man, that were playing at that time. And I remember they brought out bleachers and put them on the end zones right there. I mean, the place was just packed. And I think they said there were somewhere like 10,000 people at that game.
Yeah.
There was people sitting on the field.
Yeah.
That's how many people there were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was crazy. That was a wild night. You know what I mean? Central won that one, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hands down. But it was an experience. That was my first bell game when I was a freshman there, and I was in the student section, and it was just crazy.
Something to experience for sure. Yeah. Even if you're not even from here, if you go to a bell game, it's wow, this is different.
That is the game to check out. Exactly. Even if you're not from here, you know what I mean? And even if you don't know anybody, just being in there, it's a big experience. Wow, this is cool, But no, I'm glad we cleared that up, man. You know what I mean? Because I felt that, you know, me personally, I wouldn't want somebody looking at my guy like, oh, you know, that kid has a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you were far from that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, and you know, apologizing and all that. You know what? I mean, stuff happens. Leave it on the field. And I'm sure JJ, you know, I'm sure he was probably like, you know what, you know, that dude's been doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? He coaches from the youth league, high school. You know what I mean? He sees everything. So I think as far as, you know, what JJ was thinking, I don't think he thought any less of you as a person and as a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, he's a good guy. You know, he's funny. He's a funny dude. You know, I like JJ. He's funny. You know what I mean? But man, so college, man. So you narrowed it down, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrowed it down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. Well, I hope everything works out. You know what I'm saying? And I think you're gonna do big things. I really feel that way. You know what I mean? Because you're, for one, we've seen you got a good attitude. You're intelligent. You know the game. You got the passion for it. You got support all the way around you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, so you got everything going for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I could say is, you know, like I tell my son, don't let anything distract you from your goal, what you want to do.
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, you ain't good enough. You know, and if you do hear that, you know, flip it on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And another thing is just make yourself undeniable. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, make yourself undeniable. You cannot be denied what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? That's you know, that's you know, the best advice I could give somebody. Just be undeniable.
The best advice
You know?
I could give for, like, you know, players is just don't get out of your comfort zone.
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Mhm.
because I have plenty of, like, you know, I have plenty of encounters with people on the field, like, you know, because, you know, football is just, it's a game where, you know, you could talk crap, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't really mean you mean it or anything. It's just to get in the other player's head, you know?
Yeah.
And people, I have a bunch of players that have always done that, and I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
my game was zip and just play, you know? So,
Yeah, just ignore it. Stay in your zone, you know, and block them all out.
yeah, I've never talked to anybody on the field, even if they're talking first. I'll be like, I'm not getting out of my comfort zone. And once you get out of your comfort zone, you most likely beat that game.
Yeah.
So that's what I always looked at.
So aside from football, is other sports you like to watch? You like combat sports?
Oh yeah, I like boxing.
You like boxing?
I like boxing, yeah.
Yeah, I always like to ask that question, you know.
It's
like, who's your favorite boxer?
oh shit.
Yeah, who's your favorite boxer?
I like Canelo. You know,
Canelo.
You like Canelo?
He's very like swift with his with, like, you know, just getting out the way of punches. You know? And it's just, it looks nice.
Yeah, he's the king right now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
They don't like him.
Yeah. You don't like him?
You don't like him.
You don't like Canelo? Oh no! I'm glad we didn't have him on camera. Yeah.
Sure.
How about you, Nigel?
You know what? I like a lot of them. There's a lot of good ones right now.
Yeah.
Like Spence.
Yeah.
I like Canelo.
This guy
I like Canelo.
He don't like no one I like.
I like Davis.
I like Ryan Garcia.
I don't know how I feel about Garcia. I don't know how I feel about him. I'm not convinced.
Like,
you know, I don't know. It seems like
I like Gervonta.
Yeah,
Davis.
I like Davis.
This guy doesn't like. Look at him. He's shaking his head and stuff.
Oh, you know who I like right now? Shakur Stevenson. Okay. I like him right now. I think he's nice.
Wow. So, okay, I don't want to get off this topic, but I will ask you something else, though. Yeah. So, what's your favorite MMA fighter?
Mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I like Adesanya. I like Adesanya. I like his style. I think he's a little classy too. He takes defeat with grace, and there's a lot of things about him that's like quality. You know?
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. He's just like a smaller version, a slimmed down version of John Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they can ever make that fight, which now Jones going up to heavyweight, I don't know if that's going to happen. But Adesanya, you know, he's cleaned out the division. Eventually, he's going to have to move up. You know what I mean?
Did you see Pereira?
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
There's a certain guy out there. He's a former fighter that's not giving Pereira his due.
Yeah.
You know, because he talks about that he doesn't have no wrestling or anything like that. But I don't know, man. If
he can keep it on the ground and he can defend, you know, that's all he has to do.
But
not on the ground, but up top.
I don't feel that Adesanya's that strong on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So even if it went down to I don't know, man. I think Pereira is the stronger guy. You know, and
his left hand freaking.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see that fight. You know. And so right now, Adesanya is your guy?
Yeah. And then maybe after that, Oliveira. I really like Oliveira right now. He's well-rounded.
Yeah. When that kid first came on the scene, he came on really young.
Yeah. He's like 18.
And I was like, this kid's going to be champ one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, there was something about this kid that was like, you know, he had something going on, you know, especially with his jiu-jitsu being so young. You know, I mean, he did, you know, he had some trouble with, like, choosing what weight class he really wanted to be on, you know, but, you know, because I think he lost 1 or 2 at 45, went back up to 55, and he's just tearing it up, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I think he's going to be on top for a while, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody's really going to touch him.
Yeah.
And I don't think Conor wants any part of that dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then you got Volkanovski, who just won this past weekend. Yeah,
they're already talking about that. Yeah,
he has no business going up. He has no business.
The height difference, everything. Yeah,
you know, I'd rather see Cejudo come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's something.
And fight him at 45, because I think Volkanovski is a little bigger than him, but I think it'll be a better fight. You know, and that'll tell you for sure, like, if, you know, pound for pound, if this is the man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. What he did to
Holloway.
I didn't
watch
expect
the highlights, but I heard he pieced him up.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I did not expect that.
I don't think anybody did, because
all my picks were out the window, man. All my picks, I think I had one right. Oh, you know. But at the same time, I was kind of being a little biased. You know, I was picking with my heart instead of really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I thought Holloway was going to get that one back. You know, and he.
So it was close to the second. What, they fought 2 times?
Yeah, they fought 2 times. I really felt he won the second one for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and on this one, I was a little disappointed. I was like, damn. But hey, man, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, going up to 55, that dude needs to stay in his lane. No, he don't want no part of Oliveira. No way. There's no way, you know. But Bubbaz, what's your favorite MMA
I have to agree with
Adesanya.
I like I like his mentality.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to the ring.
Yeah, right now there's so many guys to watch, man. But I guess if I had to pick mine right now, it would probably be Oliveira, you know, at 55. You know,
it's exciting.
I think I'd have to pick him right now as one of my favorites, you know, if not the favorite right now. You know, of course I have my all-time favorites, you know, but the ones that are active right now, Oliveira, it's unfortunate that he didn't make the weight, supposedly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then they came out and said, hey, they were messing with the scales, this and that. And I believe that. I do believe it, because I don't think this dude was going to jeopardize not making weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, you know, so. Well, yeah, dude, it was a good conversation.
For sure.
I liked having you guys here, you know what I mean? I want to get a little bit more into Nigel's background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know? But I will ask you this, Nigel, like, you playing at the college level and everything and knowing what it's like, you know, what would your advice be, like, not only to Bubbaz, but, like, you know, the guys who are trying to make it,
walk that path?
Yeah.
Know what you want.
Yeah.
Know that you want to be there.
Yeah.
You can't just kind of half-step it. You got to know that that's what you want.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not out there for the right reasons, you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you love football and you want to make something out of it, whether that's through an education or through, you know, football, like me right now, I'm training.
Yeah.
I'm making something of it, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, things like that, you can, you know, and that's with anything in life, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever you do. So it's like, just know what you want. Know what you want to do with it. Have a plan. That's what I tell him. That's why it's like, know what you want to do, where you want to go.
Yeah.
I implanted in that head early, you know. So it's like food for thought, you know. Just know what you want to do. Say it's going to be that. and then take the steps and execute it.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Yeah.
You know, put the work in.
Yeah, put the work in, not only on the field, but I would say in the books as well. Right?
Mentally.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because like we talked about earlier, you know, you got to have it up here as well. You know what I mean? You know, and you having the grades you got, man, that's impressive. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, and you know, how should I say this? Everybody wants to go D1.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's everyone's dream. Everyone wants to play for the bright lights.
Right.
If you don't, then you ain't playing for the game.
You ain't playing for the right reasons, right? You know, but obviously, you know, it is rough. You know, it is rough. Like to make it to that, you know,
it's competitive
and everything. I mean, you've seen it. You've been out there. You've already experienced what you need to get out there. You know, and I got no doubt that you'll get there, man. You'll get there. You know, and I can't wait to see that. You know, luckily we still got you for another 3 years of high school football.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't be a freshman, man. A freshman. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, and I hope I can get other guys on. You know what I mean? That want to come on and tell their story and you know, see what they want. You know, where they want to go, and you know, we can help them out. You know, whichever way possible. But you know what? Before we cut out, I do have some parting gifts, man. You know, I always try to give my guests, you know, a parting gift. Medium? Yeah. It'll be medium because that's what I got. Nigel, medium?
I wear a large.
You wear a large?
Yeah.
Damn, you're getting yoked up,
yeah,
huh?
I'm in the gym right now.
Damn.
I need to get back in shape because I have to train these boys up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't have Pops on camera right now. You don't want to.
There we go. We got his business out.
Let me see. Wait, medium? Let me see what I got. What size are you, brother?
You know I'm a 3X. Come on.
Man, I don't have no tarp over here, bro. Hold on. 2X?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, my man. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I know he's camera shy, but this is going to be for my man over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I appreciate it, guys, that you guys came on. You know, I know me and your Pops, we had talked about this, you know, but you were out on your tour. You know, and I told him, look, man, whenever he gets back, we'll make time and we'll figure this out, you know, especially, you know, before the football season, before everything starts to kick off, because what are we in? Mid-July, right? Pretty much, right?
Yeah, so, season's approaching fast.
Yeah, season's approaching. I know you guys have a dead week, right?
Yeah, we do have a dead week.
When is that?
The last 2 weeks of July?
14. Like 14 it starts.
14 it starts?
Yeah.
And when does practice start?
Shoot. August. Or no, August.
Sooner than that, I would think, right?
It's like the month before.
Because I know
it's
you.
like a week before school starts, I would think.
Yeah, I know youth football is going to start here. What are we
soon,
talking?
like
23rd?
July.
29th? Is that, man, I thought I heard the 20. Okay, I heard wrong. So yeah, and then I hear your dad's starting all over again.
Yeah.
Coaching. Yeah. You know, and your uncle is actually coaching my 9-year-old. Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your uncle Oscar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So he's out there, you know, doing it as well. You know, so this stuff never ends, man. This never ends.
Just repeats.
Yeah. Are you coaching right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna help him out with the little one.
Oh, with the little one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. For some reason, I was thinking that you were also coaching at high school as well.
No. I took a break.
Took a break?
Yeah, I took a break.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. So I hope I didn't forget anything, man. Is there anything you got on your mind?
I just want to thank people around me, like my family, my trainers. Trainers have trained me throughout my years.
Throughout the years, and I'm sure you can't name them all because everybody has had a hand. You know what I mean?
Like 413, they trained me for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mondo, he let me use his facility.
I think that was during COVID, huh?
It was right before,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then 760, they helped me like right before I got into high school football.
Yeah.
Anthony Hamlin, he helped me out.
Yeah.
Gerald Robinson, G-Rob's Athletics, he's always been there. He's like my uncle, he's my family, Love that dude.
Oh, he's gonna love to hear that for sure. Yeah.
And Fast Camp, KB, Kevin Brown.
Yeah.
He took me and, he showed me what out there in San Diego, what it's like.
Yeah.
Jose, from left coast, he's definitely a good coach out there for QBs. If you're a QB, you should definitely go out there to him.
Yeah.
And personal trainer.
Yeah. Cousin Nigel.
Players performance, we're on the come up. We're gonna make it big for him,
Yeah.
If you need trainers for DBs or wide receivers, he's definitely the dude to come to.
Yeah.
He's got me right. He's got me to the level where I'm at right now.
Man, that's awesome, brother. I'm glad, Nigel, that you're able to pass that on, dude. You know what I mean? Not just to your family, but to whoever wants to come and work out with you, and you show them the ropes, and and not only be a trainer, but you I could tell you have the mentality of being what's the word? Damn, I just had the word. A mentor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Being a mentor.
For sure.
Yeah, that's great.
It's always needed in life. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Everybody needs some guidance.
I'm glad you came on. You know what I'm saying? Because we've never really talked. I've seen you out on the field and everything.
For sure.
And I know you've coached. But it's different when you have a conversation with somebody. And
you get to pick their brain a little bit.
Yeah, you pick their brain, and you really see oh wow, hey, this guy, he got a good head on his shoulders. He's good to talk to and everything, and good choice, Pops. Good choice to have him come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was nice. This was nice.
Yeah. So it's funny because I said, I told him, we'll go about an hour, maybe an hour and 20. So we did an hour and 30 minutes.
Cool.
So it's not bad.
I liked it.
So it wasn't like my last one. It was like almost 4.5 hours.
Damn.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. and it went like that because, I don't know if you guys got to see it, but I had some of the originals from the MMA world here in the Valley. We had them on, and we had good conversation. We reminisced and everything. We had a blast, man. And before you know it, I told me, dude, we're like almost 4.5 hours in, and they were like, "What? No way!" You know what I mean?
What's it called?
So I know the setup's a little primitive, but I'm just starting out. But you guys, share this thing, share it, like, subscribe, all that stuff. You on social media?
Yeah, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram.
Yeah. How they gonna find you on Instagram?
I have it's _3 UBBA _. That's basically my name, but with my number on it.
Yeah.
And then on Twitter, it's just Bubbaz Garcia 1. You know, and then I think that's pretty much all the social media I have.
Yeah. You got highlights videos out there?
Yeah, on my Twitter, I have my highlight video on there.
Okay.
Go check it out. And on my Instagram, I have all my games. I have the. Every game, pictures and videos from the games. Yeah. What's it called? I don't want to interrupt, but one more thing I wanted to add on from thanking people was my baseball coach. That's a dude that I could really say helped me out with maturing.
And what's his name?
Ricky Guzman.
Ricky Guzman.
Yeah, he's definitely a dude that helped me out with maturing, and I definitely. Because I would go with him to baseball tournaments because my dad would be out of town working. Yeah. And just being around him and knowing the dude he is, it definitely helped me get more mature and definitely became a better person hanging around him.
That's awesome, man. See, dude, you're doing your best not to leave anybody out. We're always gonna miss somebody. We can't remember everything. You know what I mean? It does happen. But everybody knows who they are, who've been involved with you, and like I said, you're barely starting out. You're a young dude. You know what I'm saying? You're coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait for the next football season, dude. That's hopefully I can get tickets to the Bell game this time. You know what I mean? This time it's in Brawley though, right?
Yeah. So that's gonna be more interesting.
Hostile territory.
I heard they're having a parade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard they're having a parade.
When Brawley comes out,
they haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, when Brawley comes out, they come out hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's good, man. They got a lot of support out there, and that's what you need. You know what I mean? You need that support from your community and all that. That just makes things even more exciting.
Yep. Sure.
You know what I mean? And it makes the kids feel like appreciated and all that for what they're doing. And I think again, we need more of that throughout the valley for the cities to support, their local teams and stuff.
For sure.
It doesn't have to be football, basketball, baseball. You know what I mean? All the sports, they need to support them. But obviously we know that football is pretty big here in the Imperial Valley.
Yeah.
All right. All right, gentlemen. With that said, Nigel, thank you, my brother.
No problem.
My man. Number 3, Bubbaz, Sergio Garcia Jr. Can't wait to see you out there again.
For sure.
And we're going to end this. Make sure I hit the right button. Hey, here we go.